The best degree in life? Oh, it's not from some fancy school or a piece of paper hanging on the wall. No, the best degree is far simpler. It's called Be Calm. Never heard of it? That's because nobody wants to teach you how to earn it. They're too busy teaching you how to panic, how to fear, how to crumble when life gets tough. But here's the thing, calm isn't just a feeling, it's a weapon. A degree you earn by mastering the art of stillness in the middle of life's storms. But look at the world around you, everyone's running, shouting, blaming. They wear their emotions like medals, flaunting their rage, their sadness, their chaos, as if that's something to be proud of. But you're smarter than that. Or at least you could be. You don't need to scream to be heard, and you don't need to fight to win. Real power doesn't come from reacting, it comes from staying calm when everyone else is losing their minds. You see, calm isn't weakness. It's control. It's standing in the eye of the hurricane, watching everything spiral around you, and smiling because you know you won't be moved. It's the quiet confidence that shakes the loudest rooms, the kind of strength that makes the world stop and listen. So here's my question for you. Are you ready to earn your degree in calm? Because let me tell you, kid, the world doesn't hand out diplomas for breaking down, it rewards those who keep it together. Now, take a breath, settle your mind, and let's start the lesson. Here's the truth, plain and simple, you're not in control. Oh, you think you are, but deep down, you know you're not. Your emotions run the show, and you're just along for the ride. Every time life throws a curveball, you let anger, fear, or sadness grab the wheel. And where does it take you? Straight into a ditch, over and over again. Think about it. How often do you react without thinking? Someone says something you don't like, and you lash out. Something goes wrong, and you shut down. A moment of stress turns into hours of overthinking, spiraling into days of misery. You let these fleeting emotions, these temporary storms, define you. And the worst part, you've accepted it. You've convinced yourself that it's normal. But is it? Is it normal to let your anger make enemies out of friends? To let your sadness chain you to the past? To let your fear stop you from stepping into the future? These emotions, they're not your enemies, but the way you handle them. That's what's dragging you down. And here's the kicker, the world doesn't care. It doesn't care that you're sad, that you're mad, that you're scared. Life isn't going to pause and wait for you to pull yourself together. While you're busy drowning in your emotions, the world keeps moving, leaving you behind. People will walk over you, laugh at your weakness, and move on without a second thought. That's the problem, isn't it? You think the world owes you something because you're hurting, but it doesn't. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to hand you a lifeline. If you keep letting your emotions control you, they'll eat you alive, leaving nothing but a hollow shell of what you could have been. You're at war with yourself, and right now you're losing. Every tear, every scream, every moment you give in, it's another step back. It's another day wasted, another opportunity missed. So ask yourself, how long are you going to let this cycle continue? How long are you going to let your emotions own you? Because until you break free, you're nothing more than a prisoner in your own maw. Let me ask you something, when was the last time you truly took control? Not just of your actions, but of your emotions, your thoughts, your life? You think hard because chances are you haven't. You've been living on autopilot, letting every little thing push you around. Someone looks at you the wrong way, and suddenly your day is ruined. One setback, and you're ready to throw in the towel. You call that living? Here's the harsh reality, you're weak. No, don't flinch. Don't get defensive. Listen, weakness isn't about how much you can lift or how loud you can shout. It's about letting everything outside of you dictate who you are. It's about crumbling under pressure instead of standing tall. And you've been crumbling for far too long. You think crying about your problems will change anything? You think throwing tantrums or lashing out will earn you respect? It won't. The world doesn't care about your feelings. You could scream at the top of your lungs, and it would still keep spinning. The harsh truth is that nobody owes you understanding, and nobody is going to fix your life for you. And let's not forget the excuses. Oh, you're full of them. It's not my fault. Life's unfair. I'm doing my best. Really? Are you? Or are you just hiding behind those words because it's easier than facing the truth? The truth that you're scared. Scared of taking responsibility. Scared of stepping up. Scared of being more than the mess you've allowed yourself to become. You want to change, don't you? You want to be stronger, smarter, better. But here's the thing, wanting isn't enough. Everybody wants something. The difference between the weak and the strong. The strong take what they want. They don't sit around hoping for life to get easier, they make themselves tougher. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep playing the victim, blaming the world for your problems, letting your emotions chain you down? Or are you finally going to wake up, stand up, and take back control? Because nobody else will do it for you. This is your fight. Are you ready to win it? Here's the truth you've been avoiding. Your emotions aren't the problem, they're just tools. Anger, fear, sadness, even joy, these are the raw materials of your strength. The problem is you've been using them wrong. You've let them control you instead of you controlling them. But that ends now. The solution. It's simple, but it's not easy. Master yourself. Learn to wield your emotions like a weapon, not wear them like a chain. Your anger. Stop letting it explode outward. Focus it. Sharpen it. Anger can destroy, sure, but it can also drive. It can push you harder, faster, further than you thought possible if you control it. Your sadness. It's not a pit to fall into, it's a signal. It's telling you something needs to change. Listen to it, understand it, and then use it as fuel. Let it remind you what you've survived, what you've overcome, and what you're never going back to. And fear. Fear. It's not your enemy, it's your compass. Fear shows you what matters. Use it. Let it sharpen your senses, make you faster, smarter, stronger. Fear isn't meant to stop you, it's meant to guide you. The key is calm. Not the calm that comes from avoiding the storm, but the calm that stands firm in the middle of it. That's power. That's control. And once you have it, nothing and no one can break you. Start small. The next time you feel that surge, anger, sadness, fear, don't react. Pause. Breathe. Take the reins. The more you practice, the stronger you'll get. And soon enough, you'll realize something incredible. You're not just surviving anymore. You're thriving. Calm, composed, and unstoppable. Now, doesn't that sound like the person you were always meant to be? Now, close your eyes for a moment. Imagine this, you're standing in the center of a storm. The wind is howling, rain is lashing, chaos is everywhere. But you're still calm, unshaken. The storm rages, but it can't touch you. You've mastered it. That's the power you're building. The world doesn't scare you anymore because you know you can handle anything it throws your way. When anger rises, you don't explode, you channel it. It becomes your fire, your drive, your strength. When sadness comes knocking, you don't crumble, you listen, you learn, and you grow. And fear. Fear becomes your ally, your edge, the thing that keeps you sharp when everyone else is dull. You've turned your emotions into tools, and now you're unstoppable. Picture this, walking into a room and commanding it without saying a word. People see it in your eyes, calm, control, confidence. They don't just see someone who's survived, they see someone who's thrived, someone who's taken life's hardest punches and come out smiling. Every step you take is deliberate. Every word you speak carries weight. You're no longer at the mercy of life's chaos, you've become the calm within it. And that, my friend, is what makes you dangerous. Because while everyone else is flailing, panicking, breaking under pressure, you're rising, stronger and more focused than ever. This isn't just a fantasy, it's who you're becoming. Every time you pause instead of reacting, every time you take control instead of giving in, you're stepping closer to that vision. So stand tall, breathe deep, look life in the eye and let it know you're no longer its victim, you're its master. And there's nothing more powerful than that. Here's the moment of truth, the part where you decide who you're going to be. Are you going to stay the person who lets life push them around, ruled by emotions, shackled by chaos? Or are you going to rise calm, controlled, untouchable? The choice is yours, but understand this, the world isn't waiting for you. It's moving, relentless and unforgiving. If you don't take control, someone else will. Your emotions will. Life will. And they'll drive you to places you don't want to go. But if you stand up now, if you take charge, you'll find that life doesn't have to be a storm. It can be a game. And guess who gets to write the rules? Imagine waking up tomorrow, and instead of feeling overwhelmed, you feel focused. Instead of dreading the day, you own it. Every challenge becomes an opportunity. Every failure, a lesson. Every emotion, a tool you wield with precision. This isn't just a fantasy, it's a reality you can create. But it starts with one step, taking back control. So here's your call to action. Stop letting life happen to you. Stop reacting. Stop waiting. Start choosing. Choose calm when chaos strikes. Choose focus when distractions come. Choose power over weakness. And watch as the world shifts around you. The world bows to those who control themselves because they are the ones who can control everything else. Be that person. Earn your degree in calm, master your mind, and nothing will be out of your reach. Now, take a deep breath. Feel the stillness inside you. That's your starting point. Hold on to it, and let it guide you as you step into the world, not as a victim, not as a pawn, but as the master of your fate. The time is now. So rise.